For the past almost 17 years, I've been a designer. When I was 14, I hacked Photoshop for the first time. I started to design. I really like design. I like to create stuff. I really like to create visuals. In my career, I started as a graphic designer, turned to be a UX designer, turned to be an entrepreneur leading a community of UX writers, which are content designers, now building AI automation with no code, digital product, and basically still being a designer. One of the things I did the most in my career, just like many other designers, is creating slides. And the interesting part is that in 2024 still wasn't clear what is the tools for designers to create slides. Well, I used, like, you name it. I used Google Slides, I used PowerPoint, I used even Keynote by Apple, and all of these tools are nice, but they're not quite understand the essence of UI design or how design is basically done. I actually know many people that created their slides using Figma, the UI design tool, so they used Figma for that. Okay, so now there are some exciting news by Figma where they launched their slide design tool. So you have now Figma Slides. So you don't have only the Figma UI designer and FigJam, you have now Figma Slides. It's still on beta. I guess it's not going to be in beta for long. And I tested it for the first time and I want to give you my point of view about how to use it. So let's jump right in. Basically, this is the landing page of the Figma Slides. What sticks out the most is the way you could just organize your slides, the composition. You can create dynamic experiences like different types of forms and quizzes and very cool stuff. Let's jump into Figma and create our first Figma slides. So I'm going into Figma right now and this is how my Figma look like. I'm going to create new and we have the slide deck creator that's on beta. Let's just jump and do what I like to do the most when I jump into a new tool, which is start something from scratch. So I'll start from scratch. And now we have the design. You can organize your slides just like that, very similar to Figma, and you can name it. So this is Yuva Slides. Great. And I'm changing the view to the slide deck view. So what I like the most here is the fact that you have templates. So whenever you press add a blank slide or new slide, you could just pick one of the templates. If you want a picture and text, you could just pick it up and then just fill it with your images. It's quite easy. You don't have to use it. You can also delete it and just add your own images, and that's about it. You already have a grouped here text and headers, and you can just change the header at your will. And this tool is really intuitive. A lot of time when I create slides, I just ask Claude or AI design tools what should be the order of my slides. So I can say something like, I am creating a workshop about AI and no code for a big conference, the content for 10 slides, and that's about it. So I tell Claude to just dictate for me what the slides should be like, and that's about it. So now I just tell Claude, listen, this is how I want my Figma slides to be like. I'm just creating it for my AI no code workshop. So I can just draft the beginning of my slides. So let's say that we have here the title. Let's have the title slide. That could work for me. Let's put it on top. You could just bring it like that. Building the future, AI and no code. Now you could just press Command B or Control B and it will make sure that it wouldn't be in bold anymore. And let's say that I want to bring it on top. Obviously, it behaves just like I expect it to behave, which is great. This tool that creates gaps between the different components that you have on screen and so on. You can also build these borders here if you're interested in that. For now, I'm not interested in that at all. Or you could just create shadow for your text, which is cool. It's a nice effect. Another thing that I have here is my color palette. When I asked Claude to give me my colors, it created a color scheme for me. Just for the sake of enjoying myself in this exercise, I'm also going to take the color palette and build myself template color for this screen. So we can start with this yellow, and then we had the sky blue. And we could also pick this vibrant red, amazing. And we could also pick the light gray. And this is basically my color palette, this light gray, yellow, blue, and so on. You can also take the texts here and change their colors as well. And that's more or less about it. This is the theme. Okay, here's the background title, building the future. Great, a large Lego, and now it says that I need to add a large Lego minifigure holding a tiny computer or robot. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create that using Midjourney. So I'm going to my image generator, this Lego minifigure with white background. The reason I'm doing it is because I want to remove the background afterwards, also using AI tool, and then put it on my Figma slides. Amazing. I think this one is quite cute and unique. So I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to a website named removebackground.com. I'm going to remove the white background. Ta-da! That's my first slide. Okay, now let's say I want to make this text a bit bigger. So what I can do, I can go outside to the side here, title or a header, but you can also dive into the text itself, show the details, and then maybe pick 130 or even more than that, 170. We can go big, and we're building the future like that. Perfect. We can also make this one big. There is a shortcut for that. So because we're using Figma, we can actually use the Figma shortcuts. So press Command Shift and that triangle to the right, and it's going to make it bigger. That's my shortcut. Great. So building a future, AI and no code. Music to my ears. It's beautiful. Create a new slide. I'll change the background color real quick to yellow. Let's keep it black for now. So going back to my Claude, and it says, what is no code? Okay, great. Let's keep this slide, and probably I'm going to paste it right here. Let's align it. So how do we align something to the center? Because it's Figma, you can just double click, align it to the center, which is aligning the text to the center of the text box, but you can also align it to the central of the frame, the central of the slide. And that's how you do it. So I pick it, align it, voila. I don't like the fact that it's bold, so I press Command B. That's the shortcut for creating bold. You can also create it in italic, so that's Command I, or underline, Command U. If you're using a PC, instead of Command, just use Control. So I'm taking off Command U, Command I because I want it regular, and Command Shift and then triangle to the right to make it bigger. And just the fact that I can use all of my favorite Figma shortcuts make this process so much fun to do it like that. Can maybe import some slides. I have these slides that I've created for another conference that I've made. So I had this really big the no code landscape map. So I could just import it here, paste it right here. So you could also import slides from other places. And that's how you set up your first 3 slides. I let you enjoy it. You could do it yourself. I've built a color template. I've built the texts. I show you how to modify your templates. What you have here on the bottom is the presenter notes. So you could use the presenter notes. And this is great because when you press play, you can basically present it in 2 different screens, and then you'll see your notes in one place. You see, these are the notes. You can actually create it in different view, and let's say that you work in different computers. So one computer or one screen will be here, and your notes will be in front of you, organized. You can also organize in a way that it will be in front of your eyes. Okay, so you can add your notes right here at the bottom. Let's say that you want to create a text component. So you just have your UI panel in the bottom. What you can do is to just press text and you have the text tool. You can also use the shortcut T. So T for the text tool. T for the text tool, and there you have it. This is the text tool. Another thing you can do is to add an image. So what I didn't like is the fact that I haven't figured out yet how to add a URL of a video, like a YouTube or something like that, which is something that I think Google are doing it really well. But let's see. Let's try to upload a video right now. So it doesn't let me to upload a video. Let me try. Okay, so if it's not on draft, you can actually have videos. Let me check. Let's press play real quick. Oh, amazing. This is a video. So you can actually upload videos to your Figma. You just have to upload it from your computer, and you can't use the URL for now. At least that's what I understood. That's about it. Okay, and if you want to create a link, you need to press Shift Command U, and that could be your link. Let's say that you want to link it to one of your websites. So now you could do that. Okay, That's about videos, that's about adding images, that's about adding links. Another thing you could do is to add a table. So basically you could add a table right here. It's quite useful. That's about it. Adding a table, it's also an option. Other cool feature that I saw that I haven't seen in any slide design tool in my life is the live interaction. So we didn't have that. We had like plugins in Google Slides, but we didn't have that feature. So you could have like a form here or like a quiz and ask people a question like, what is no code? And then you add an option, no code is live. And basically if you press share and you have your audience link, so I'm just going to open it right now in an incognito mode just for fun. And basically any person with this link could access it, which is great. And they will ask me to sign up. So I guess I need to sign in order to participate in this form. Another thing you have is the comment mode. Quite simple, quite useful. It's exactly like the one you have in Figma or FigJam. Comment, you press C for comments, that's the shortcuts, and this is a comment. And then all of your team could just comment the different type of slides and so on. Another thing you can do is to add icons and diagrams or add your own from your own libraries. That's about it. Obviously you could add many different shapes and rectangles and colors, and you can bring them to top. You have layers panels, you can bring them to top. You have the artist, the design mode, and the content mode. So design mode, you could add masks, flip horizontal, select matching layer, flatten selection, and add more stuff at the pen, illustration, and also different frames and different mockups even, if you're interested in that, and so on. So this is the design tool. It's quite broken. It's not perfect. It's far from being perfect. But when you open the design panel, you can actually work yourself with layers. The last thing I want to talk about is the animate panel. So basically you could animate also your slides. For example, smart animate, you can apply it to all slides, and when you press play, you'll see that all of your slides in a few clicks of a button have smart animation between the different slides. So that's a little bit about animations. I haven't found a way to animate specific items on screen yet, but I'm working on it. And that's about it. This tool is quite simple, quite useful, quite intuitive, definitely helpful to use AI to create, the content of your slides. It could be helpful to give you some kind of an outline, and using Midjourney to create your slides, illustrations or themes and so on with removed background. And you can create really nice touch for your upcoming presentation. Thank you so much for sticking along. I was Yuval. Please like and subscribe this content if you found value in it. I'm planning to upload many more content about product and design and no code and AI and how all of these things together are combined. That's about it. If you find value in it, like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.